but it seems like he's got 150 yards because when they need 3, he gets 4. When they need 2, he gets 3, and it's just that grinded away kind of thing. And if I'm them, I give it to him 2 times in a row here, right on the goal line.
There he goes, right there. You summed it up incredibly well. It's not spectacular, but it is just super efficient. And so now Beechwood could even run more clock because that's going to be a 1st and goal now with the ball just outside of the 2.
And I love this formation that they keep going to. They just keep going to, and actually it's going to be a different formation now because they just put that extra lineman. Carson Elshman came in. But they've got Mayer in the backfield, and it's hard for Owensboro Catholic to defend it.
Hand off to Pabst. And he's pushed back, but they will call his forward progress to, I think, right at the line of scrimmage. And that's exactly where they're putting her down.
So, Dave, on that one, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 offensive linemen in on the line and an offensive lineman in the backfield.
Was that Meyer again?
That was Meyer again.
He's in there right now. I don't know where he's going. Looks like he might be headed back to the line.
Austin Stevenson was the extra lineman in there.
Looks like Beechwood is going to take a timeout and run that clock all the way down, and they do.
No matter what, if they score here 7 or 3 or even don't score, what they've done is they've run so much time off of the clock on this drive. It's pretty wild. Yeah, 6:09 so far to this point.
That's getting her done now.
It's just a gritty, tough team, you know. And talking to Jay Velker earlier in the week, we were talking about the difference between this year and last year. And, you know, last year he just said that when they got beat by Mayfield in the offseason and right after that game, the guys got together and they had this mindset of, guys, we've got to get tougher. And that's showing here today.
Yes,
I mean, they are the tougher team on this field out there tonight, and that's really showing.
It's not just physically, Jody.
Right.
I mean, they are making physical plays, but they're making the very difficult catch.
Correct.
You know, they are when they have to have a certain play, they've had that toughness to come up with it.
384 yards of total offense for Beechwood.
And they have got the shoe now off of Cusick, and so he is done for the night. Still over there on the table behind the Beechwood bench right at the 50.
Yeah, you hate to see it for him. What an outstanding game he has.
6-foot senior. And Hayden now with a 3rd and goal. He dropped the football, managed to get a yard out of it.
And I don't think it was anything.
No,
I don't think it was anything with the snap. I just think he dropped it. So now 4th and goal.
And the other good thing from a Beechwood standpoint is the clock continues to run. Now down to 20 seconds, so they can run 30 more seconds off that bad boy.
All right, so Pabst was in on that 3rd down play. Now here on the 4th down, they get Flaherty in. And it is this 6 linemen, 2 tight ends, and Mayer in the backfield.
Yes, he is. Big fella led him to the promised land once. And he does again. Touchdown, Beechwood.
Yeah, he gets a great kick-out block on the end there. Actually, that was Atwell that he got the great kick-out block there. Mayer has played a whale of a game. Jack Mayer, the senior offensive lineman. Got to give a shout-out to the tight end there, though, as well. Aiden Dickey, the junior tight end with a big block on the left side.
And give all credit to Beechwood, who has come out in the second half and methodically grabbed a hold of control of this game. 41 Beechwood, 21 Owensboro Catholic, 5:20 to play here at the UK Healthcare Sports Medicine KHSA Football State Finals.
"75 years is a long time, but that's how long Leachman Buick GMC has been serving South Central Kentucky. We will continue to offer a world-class customer experience with a non-commissioned sales team, GM-certified technicians, and a state-of-the-art collision center. Come see why over 150,000 customers have chosen Leachman Buick GMC to be their car dealership. Visit us at 2012 Scottsville Road or online at leachmanauto.com.
Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. With over 2 million phone calls last year alone, more people in more cities across America want more. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, you're also hiring a family business. And after 35 years, we now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
All set to go. And Beechwood looks like they are just 5 minutes and 20 seconds away from what would be their 18th state championship.
Yeah, pretty remarkable when you think about the program. A short kick.
It's probably a short kick because of what you saw because of the kicker.
Yeah, I mean, Coleman Lair, when he made that extra point, and it went pretty good, but as he landed, it came down. He caught a cramp. And, like, it took a while for them to get him out there. And like you mentioned, it's a cold night out there to be catching a cramp, but he did.
And they don't list a backup kicker, but that was Garrison Wilson, a 5'8 freshman who booted that one into play.
Freshman getting some work.
Atwell going for it all. Ball batted away and nearly intercepted. But that was a nice play. Who was back there? That was Erdman, I believe.
That was.
And Ebelhar was out there as the receiver. Here's a look.
Great job by the defender. Thought he was beat there for a second. He did a nice job of recovering and knocking that ball away.
Second down strike over the middle. Wow. And that was a lick by Fryman on Darion Crow. Woo! We've seen some hitting tonight.
We have. It's a cold night, but they're out there hitting, I tell you that.
Edge up the middle. And that's good for an Owensboro Catholic first down. And you just saw Bo Souter on the ground who was stretching out, looking like he was starting to cramp up.
Some pressure. That's
Flags.
That's going to be a hold. Big time hold. Kelly drawing it. Maddox Kelly has been a load tonight on both sides of the ball. Number 52 for Beechwood, and as he draws the hold there, I believe.
There are 2 fouls on the play.
Oh.
Holding on the offense. Face pass on the defense. Those penalties offset.
So we'll replay the down.
And Owensboro Catholic still in a position where they need to make something happen and need to make it happen quickly. Atwell dumps it over to the middle edge. Excellent tackling there by the Tigers.
Nice job of just taking what you can get for Atwell, not trying to. You got to be quick. You've got to get something in a hurry, but you don't want to force it too much. As Edge coming out now, limping after that tackle.
Clock continues to run, now under 4 minutes to play. Atwell looked like he wanted to fake the run and go back to pass, but had nowhere to go.
Picks up the first down.
Here's Atwell again. Looking deep, has to go back under the middle. That's Maddox. And he's tackled as Erdman comes up from the secondary. That young man has played a really nice game on both sides of the ball tonight, Erdman.
He really has. He's got a couple of pass breakups, a handful of tackles, got a couple of runs. He's played a really nice game all over. They've got a bunch of those guys.
Atwell threw into a bunch of coverage, and somehow that ball didn't get picked.
I think he was originally going for Crow, who kind of slipped.
Sure.
And then Maddox was there, and it almost went to him, and then there was 3 defenders around. I don't know who it was really for.
Right. Atwell dumps it again. Nice gain over the middle. That's Vince Carrico. First time we've seen him catch a ball on offense.
Yeah, Miles' Edge is out. They're looking at him, looking at his leg. I'm not sure if it's a cramp or an ankle, but Carrico in his place gets a nice catch.
Atwell to the end zone, wide open. Touchdown, Owensboro Catholic. It's Deion Crow.
Yeah, Darion Crow with a nice route there to get open, and could that be the final touchdown of the illustrious career of Brady Atwell? Over 170 of them.
We shall see. Extra point kick is good. Owensboro Catholic not going away without a fight.
No, and now you see an onside kick, I would think, right here. I think we see an onside kick, and you try to get anything you can. You try to get anything, any kind of the ball back at all. You've got one, where's the timeouts? I think they have just one timeout left. Owensboro Catholic. (42-28). 399 yards of offense for Owensboro Catholic.
That drive, 9 plays, 60 yards, took 2.5 minutes. Taking a lot of time on this change of possession. I think we've gotten all of our media timeouts in. But certainly both teams wanting to be clear with their players.
Well, this is an interesting lineup here. You see a lot of hands teams.
Yep.
And you see most hands teams with only one guy in the back. Beechwood has 2 in the back. 5 on the front line and 4 on the second line.
And then you look at all the hands guys there for Owensboro Catholic. You see Carrico, you see Atwell, you see Crow. There it is. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The guy's been blocking for scores all night. And now Meyer with a touchdown off an onside kick.
Wow, you don't see it very often. They were trying, and I thought, Owensboro Catholic might get this. They had 2 guys there, the kicker and Atwell, and Meyer split them both. And not only does he come up with it, but he says, guess what? I'm going to get me a tutty here.
263 pounds, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Wow. That'll become a meme for every lineman in the country. And so they've got their charts that tells them what to do depending on what the score is. And so Beechwood will go for 2. Little bit of everything tonight.
That's just.
And I'm sure if you're Owensboro Catholic or one of their fans, they're like, that's the kind of night it's been for us.
It really has been. I mean, you think back to the interception, and that ball was a well-thrown ball. Catch, hit, ball bounces off and comes all the way back almost for a touchdown. Just kind of like that. It's been one of those nights for Owensboro Catholic.
Hayden to a wide open Pabst. And the 2-point conversion is good. That's amazing.
I mean, it was a great let's say, I'll tell you that. It's a really good onside kick.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it is a good one.
Could have easily been dropped.
And he's just in the right place and just.
And did you see who he took it away from?
He did.
Took it away from Atwell.
He did.
And the big fella showing some 40 speed.
Great replays, by the way. Oh.
The king of stream, William Orfield, and our crew. That is so fun. That is so amazing.
That's one of those plays when you're an offensive lineman. It's like, it's never going to happen. It's about to happen. Oh, did it happen?
You know, they've had so many great moments at Beechwood. Like we said, this would be the 18th state championship for the Tigers. But that is one of those plays that for as long as these guys get together, they will talk about that play.
Mm-hmm.
Myers Sr., and when those guys get together years and years from now at every reunion, somebody will say something to him and give him the business, and then he'll say, do you have a touchdown in the state championship game? And a short kick taken and brought back by Noah Grant, a freshman who's getting some action here in this title game.
You mentioned it's going to be their 18th title, and you know Jay Volker comes in, and in 2 years he's going to finish with a 27-2 record in 2 years, and one of those was that loss to Mayfield in the state championship last year, or else we would be talking about they won it in 2020, 2021, 2022, and now here going to win it in 2024.
Atwell's pass over the middle incomplete. And listen, that's still quite an accomplishment, but that's not unexpected at Beechwood.
No, it's not. That's the expectation for them is that something like last year shouldn't happen. And I'll tell you this as we watch Atwell back to pass again.
That one's completed on the far side. Pabst with a big hit on Woodward.
You know, Dave, I think it shouldn't go without notice that their one loss this year back in late September was to Covington Catholic.
Yep.
And Coach told me, he's like, if we wouldn't have lost that game, we probably wouldn't have beat LCA last week and wouldn't be playing this week. He said we learned so much from playing a game against good competition like that. And it was early enough in the year that they were able to retool, readjust some things.
Not only that, but he was able to coach off of it. You know, hey, you're not invincible. As that pass is once again complete to Woodward. And he's dragged out of bounds by Austin Flesh, if that name sounds familiar to many of you here in the state. Austin is the nephew, former UK golfer, former Kentucky Open champ, guy who was a commentator like us before he started playing again on the senior tour, Steve Flesh.
He's a pretty good golfer.
Pretty good golfer. He would tell you he's a pretty good golfer and a really good drummer. And he is active on Twitter when the Cats play basketball, I can tell you that. Atwell looking to go deep, can't do it, and that ball's incomplete. Coming up at 8 o'clock tonight, the 4A championship, which should be a dandy, between Franklin County and Paducah Tillman. Atwell's pass. Was it complete? Everybody looking for some help, and they say no.
Boy, though, he does, and man, he's going to have I think he's going to have a really good collegiate baseball career. He is a heck of a baseball player, Atwell is. But I'll tell you what, he can make a lot of throws on this football field. That throw right there, off balance and just a rocket.
Here he is again. And that ball is incomplete. Owensboro Catholic fans wanted interference, but that's Caleb Aerosmith, 160-pound sophomore who knocked it away. And now it's 4th down. And Atwell's pass is complete. Nice pass, great catch by Ebelhar.
And you know what? They just don't go down.
Nope.
They keep fighting. And
all those guys still in their short sleeves, and temperature last time I checked down to about 29. Atwell trying to buy some time, and that pass is incomplete to Carrico.
Atwell took a shot there at the end.
You know, and that's the thing. You want to fight. I'm sure he doesn't want to come off that field, but you don't want to see anything happen late.
That was pressure. Pressure on that one, I believe, was Bo Souter.
Atwell gets that one complete. Darian Crow. Stayed in bounds. Clock continues to run now at 40 seconds. Atwell needing a yard, gets it himself and then some. Takes it down all the way to the 4. Clock will stop long enough to reset the chains. And as you said, there no quit in these aces.
Oh.
Wow, what a hit. That was Carrico who took the hit from Erdman. Yikes. Clock still runs. Atwell again. And he's over the end line for a touchdown. As the clock hits zeros, Atwell gets the score. I don't know if they play the point after or not.
I don't know that they do.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like the ref is heading toward his mic.
Time has expired. No try. The game is over.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that's what it was.
So that's it. For the 18th time, the Beechwood Tigers are Kentucky State champions. We talked about it before. Owensboro Catholic just kept coming back, but it's Beechwood with the 50-34 win.
And we talked about it at halftime. They only had 75 yards rushing. They end up with 219. Beechwood dominated this game on both offense and defensive line, and that in the end is what won them the game. Beechwood scores a very gritty and gutty and honestly a lot more lopsided game than I thought it would be.
Owensboro Catholic ends the season with a record of 14-1. This is the Aces' first loss, and Beechwood, as Jody has mentioned to us, after that early loss to Covington Catholic, they come back to win the state championship, also with a record of 14-1. So if things go the way they normally are, I haven't had a chance to talk to William yet, but a great job by William Moorfield, the king of stream, and our entire crew here. I believe we'll keep the feed up for the trophy. What's that?
Tori Bailey, our camera operator.
Yes.
Wanted a shout out.
Tori Bailey, our camera operator, wanted a shout out. Shout out, Tori. Get yourself a cup of coffee and get ready for your third one of the day. How about that shout out? So we're going to keep the stream up so we can show you the awards presentation and everything. Jody and I are going to take a little break, and then we'll be back for the nightcap again between Paducah Tillman and Franklin County. So for my broadcast partner, Jody Demling, the king of stream, William Moorfield, our entire Prep Spin crew, including, who was it? Corey. Tori. So long from Lexington, where Beechwood has beaten Owensboro Catholic 50-34. We thank you for watching the UK Healthcare Sports Medicine KHSA Football State Finals.